Why hello, it's me Harley, back at it again for another video, and today's is a bit of a weird one. I have a very clear memory of a TV show that no one else can remember, and it's really bugging me. I have asked over 300 people if they remember this TV show from their childhood. Not one person has came back to me and said they remember it. So I'm at a complete loss. The only person who I know remembers it is my mum. So in a way that doesn't count because we would have kind of inadvertently been watching it together, because my mum wouldn't have watched the kids' TV shows, but she would have probably heard it in the background. So the only reason why I know it exists is because my mum remembers it too. And I'm basically saying, can anybody else remember this really weird show? Now then, the best way I can go about trying to figure out what this show was is to describe it a little bit. Now then, the way I remember it is there was a man who lived in basically a big dustbin of the BBC, so the kids' TV channel. And from what I remember, it was literally a man who lived in the BBC's bins and watched YouTube videos. And I can remember there being lots of videotapes everywhere. You know, like, not DVDs and stuff. Things from before DVDs. And there was just, like, piles of them everywhere. And he would sit and have a really old TV and just, like, put these videos in. And then it would, like, have Keyboard Cat or something. Like, it was this TV show that introduced me to the Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom song. I know you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Badger, Badger, Mushroom and you'll find it. But it was thanks to this TV show that I was actually introduced to that video. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it was named. Oh, one of the things I remember is it was hosted by a man. Now, I don't know who this man is now. I can't remember his face well enough to say, oh, it was this dude, because otherwise I'd be able to Google the actor, comedian, whoever it may be, and then find out what the name of the show was through Googling him. But I can vaguely remember he kind of looked like a cross between the comedian Noel Fielding and the comedian Jack Whitehall combined together to create whoever he was. I remember he wore dungarees all the time. Like, he would have dungarees and, like, have the straps and everything, and, like, a stripy, I think, black and white t-shirt. I don't know if his t-shirt changed, but for some reason I remember him in a stripy black and white t-shirt. And I remember there being, like, loads of celebrity guests, or for people who watch CBBC at the time, celebrity guests. So I remember the character Raven went on, and a couple of people from the Sarah Jane Adventures, and there was, who else went on? Dick and Dom went on. I think Sam and Mark went on. I must have been one of the only people who watched this TV show, because I can remember it wasn't on for very long. I remember it was only on for a matter of maybe a few months. If it did have a season 2, either the seasons were really short or there was only ever one season. And the reason why nobody probably remembers it is probably because nobody really watched it and it was probably cut from air. But I remember it, and I used to love that TV show. I just remember it being very bizarre. For instance, I have a very clear memory of there being a song about legs. It was like, I love my legs, or everybody loves my legs. It was something to do with this man loving his legs. And I can just remember him playing this weird electronic keyboard thing. And in the videotapes that were on the floor, there were just legs in the air, like disembodied legs. There was no upper body. But yeah, it was like this. Something to do with legs. Something to do with legs. Woo! As I said, it was really weird. It was a bizarre TV show. And on a few occasions, me and various friends have gone, can you remember TV shows when you were little? What were your favourite? Oh, I loved Young Dracula. Oh really? I liked that too. Did you watch Horrible Histories? Oh yeah, Horrible Histories. What else did you like? I quite liked Sarah Jane Adventures, etc, etc, etc. And I'd always go on to say, hey, can any of you remember this show? And all I ever got was blank stares going, are you insane? You are seriously trying to tell us there was a TV show about a man who lived in bins, watching YouTube videos with an electric keyboard, singing about his legs. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Have I gone into another universe? Have me and my mum accidentally slipped realities, and it's some kind of weird Mandela effect that me and my mum only have? Because it was actually my mum who brought this up a couple of days ago that made me think, hang on a second, I still don't know if that show existed or not, or whether we've just formed it in our imaginations and it's something that me and my mum have somehow made up. Because I'm starting to believe that maybe it was. Maybe we are absolutely insane and imagined this weird scenario. Like, I can remember there was also a monster that lived in there, I think. There was a monster who would lurk around the videotapes and like creep out and go, and like, I swear it had tentacles. I'm trying to think if what I remember is actually something legitimate, or if my brain has decided to mix all sorts of random animes together and random TV shows and gone, this existed. Because I don't know. I need to find somebody who remembers this, and I need to find out the name of this TV show just to prove I'm not going mad. It was all down to the fact that a few days ago, I think my mum was watching, I don't know, it was either Great British Bake Off or it was MasterChef. And she went, hey! Oh no, it might have been Great British Menu. It was some kind of cookery show, let's just put it that way. My mum was watching a cookery show and she turned to me and went, hey, does that guy look like that weird guy who used to sing about his legs on that TV show when you were little? And it got me thinking, and ever since then it has been plaguing my thoughts. So, have I completely lost my marbles? Have I slipped into another dimension through the Mandela effect? Or did this TV show really exist? I'm asking if I can just find one person who remembers this TV show like I do. I'm trying to find that one person. I need confirmation that this TV show existed. So, on that note, while I'm going to have sleepless nights for the next 5 years about this, I'm going to say toodle pip, old beans. Toodle pip.